Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my wish list for 2024. Let's get into the video. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Marlene and I do videos and vlogs about luxury fashion, handbags and shoes. So if that's something you like, please consider subscribing to my channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. So this is an annual video that I do because I really like to have a wish list that I can check off and also to think about what are the things that I really want. Therefore, I do this type of list every year, and I also think it is very entertaining watching it myself. So therefore, I started doing it myself. And this year I don't have that many things on my list, and I will talk a little bit about the reason why. So the reason why I don't have that many things on my list this year is because my main goals this year isn't material things. And as you probably know, if you have followed me for a little while, you know that I was living in Paris last year from May to September, but I came back home. And the reasons why I came back to Norway is mainly because of my health. But my goal for 2024 is to hopefully go back to Paris and move there permanently and not go back to Norway. So that's my biggest goal for this year, and therefore there isn't a lot of things that I would prioritize before that. I don't think it is anything at all that I want to prioritize before that. And also I want to live in my dream apartment in Paris, and the rent is very crazy. So I would much rather live in my dream apartment in Paris than having 2 or 3 more bags this year, because bags can be bought at any time, but the apartment will make such a difference in my everyday life. So number 8 is a Birkin 30 in black with gold hardware in retourné in togo leather. And this is a bag that I feel I need in my collection because I don't have any black bags, and especially the Birkin 30, I think it is one of the most classical bags that ever exists. So therefore it is something that I really want. The reason why I went for a gold Birkin before black Birkin was because gold is my holy grail color, and also my Kelly is also very nice, but black is something that I didn't rush because it is a very classic color. It will never be discontinued, and therefore I didn't prioritize that over seasonal colors like, for example, Virgin, which is the color that my Kelly is in. So therefore I didn't prioritize that, but I think it is a bag that I need in my collection because I think black is very carefree. I mostly wear black, so it is a color that I would style very well because it goes with everything. So therefore I think a Birkin 30 in black would be a perfect bag. And also 30 because I have my Birkin 30 in gold, and it is a size that I really like, and for a everyday bag I think I would like to have it in 30 rather than 25, because 25 is a little bit snug on my arms, so I cannot wear it on the crook of my arm like I can with the Birkin 30. So therefore I think it has to be in 30, and it is a bag that I have been offered many times, but it was in Epsom and retourné, and it isn't something that I like. Epsom, it has to be clear, and when it comes to Togo, it has to be retourné. And also for the Birkin, I think it looks much better in the slouchy Togo leather than in the Epsom leather. It is just my personal opinion. I don't think I'm going to prioritize the Birkin 30 that much this year. It is on the least spot on my list for a reason, and there are several things that I want to buy before this one, but if I get it offered, of course I will say yes. And over to number 7 of my wish list is a Rimowa cabin suitcase. And the reason why I want a Rimowa cabin suitcase is because I travel with my bags in my carry-on, and I think the Rimowa suitcase is perfect for Birkin and my Kelly. While I was going back and forth between Paris and Oslo, I was kind of noticing that it isn't the most practical carry-on that I have now. And I would also like to match my check-in suitcase, which is a Rimowa essential suitcase in black. So I would like to have the full set, and therefore I think it is a very nice suitcase. So yeah, it is something that I want because it's going to make my travels much more practical. However, I don't know how much I'm going to travel this year. My goals are to travel a little bit, but my main goal is, as I said, to move back to Paris. And the cabin suitcase that I have looked at, I think it is going to be the essential, I think it is called, because that one is a lot more lightweight than, for example, the heritage or the original. I like the design of the original more because it's in aluminium and it looks much more cooler, but I have to be honest with myself, and I'm a massive overpacker. So if I would have gotten the heritage or the original one, it would have been overpacked every single trip. I'm struggling with my check-in. I always have overweight. I don't know how it happens, but every time I pack my suitcase, even if I'm going just for a 2-day trip, I always come to the airport with overweight, and it is always crazy expensive to to have overweight. So you could imagine how it would be if I had the original one, which is a lot more heavier in the first place. And also when it comes to my cabin suitcase, I don't want to check it in because I have my bags in it, so I will minimize the risk of me needing to check it in if I get the plastic one instead of the heritage one. And I think I would also like to get it in black. The one that I currently have now is the glossy black because I quite recently had to use my guarantee on my previous one, and the previous one was in matte black. But I also really like one in, I think the color is called chocolate or something. It's a very, very nice shade. And over to number 6. And this is also something, if you have followed me for some time now, you probably know that my travel bag is gone. I delivered back my book tote to Dior because it was defect. The corners on the tote was turning orange, pinkish. It was very horrible. And the bag was almost 3 years old when I delivered it back, but it was starting to be like that when it was around 1.5, 2 years. But I thought that I could manage it and not do anything about it, but it started to get worse and worse, and therefore I finally come to myself and delivered it back to Dior. So as it is now currently, I don't have a travel bag. I don't have a big tote. The biggest bag that I have now is my Birkin 30. But if I'm going to travel now, I need to have my Mac in my carry-on with my bags, and I'm not comfortable doing that because it's going to squish my bags. So a new travel bag is something that I really, really need. And the one that I have been looking at for some years now is the Celine tote, and I will show a picture of it here. It is a bag that I have tried on in the store, and I think it is very good. I really like the design. I think it is very chic and elegant and very classic. It isn't going to go out of style. And a main reason why I would like to have a very classical bag for travel bag is that it doesn't go out of style, because as with my book tote, even though I really like it, I think it is starting to die out. That's just my personal opinion. I know that many people predicted it before me, but I have started to kind of dislike it because of the faults and everything with mine. I know that the defect with the book tote is a very common problem. I know it isn't something that just happened to mine. I know many people who have defect book totes, and for that price I don't think it is worth it at all. Or another one that has caught my eyes quite recently is the Row Margot. And I also think it is a very classical bag, and it is supposed to be the new Birkin. And I think it can be a very good travel bag and a tote that you just use to throw in everything, your Mac or anything like that. And I'm also looking into that one. So that was number 6, and let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is from a brand that it hurts buying something from because of the price increases and everything, and also the quality. I know that the brand has done a little bit more about the quality now lately, and a bag that I really want is the Chanel Mini Cali. It is called in the community, but I know it isn't the real name of it in Chanel. But it is a bag that really caught my eyes when it came out, and I have seen it in person, and after that I was just like, okay, this is a bag that I think is going to work very well with my style. And I also like that you can have it crossbody, and also that you have the top handles. I missed that with my Kelly because the Kelly strap on my Kelly 28 is a little bit too short for me to wear it comfortably crossbody. So I kind of wish that I had the option to wear my Kelly crossbody, because I really like to wear it top handle, but at some points, for example when I'm going shopping, I like to be hands-free when I'm strolling around in the store. At some stores I don't like to put my bag down, and if I put my bag down I need to watch it very carefully. And the color that I would like is in black, of course, with gold hardware. And I also think that I would like the small size, I think it is called. I wouldn't like the mini size because it is this small. I tried it on in the store and I thought it was just too small. It can barely fit anything. It can fit, for example, one card and maybe a lipstick, but that's about it. But the other one, I think it is a much better size because you can fit your phone, and you can also have your card holder. You don't have to take the card out of the card holder and put it in your bag. And number 4 on my wish list is a pair of boots. I have been wearing my Prada monolith boots for the longest time, and they are so comfortable, and I have tried many seasons now to look for another pair of boots, but they aren't as comfortable as the Prada ones that I already have. And I also really like that you can just put them on. You don't have to tie them or anything. You don't have to open them. You can just put it on your foot and then you are good to go. The downside about my Prada boots is that they are a little bit on the heavier side, but that doesn't bother me that much. But a thing that has started to bother me is that they are in patent and they have started to crack in the patent leather. So that's the only reason why I want another pair, so I can just swap them out. And I think I will probably have them in my collection still, but I need another pair of everyday boots that isn't cracked in the leather. But I have tried so many boots. I have tried some boots from Hermes and also from Chanel. Before I liked the Bottega lug boots, but I don't think I like them that much now. I also really liked the boots from Hermes with the Kelly buckle, but I don't like the ones that are with a thin sole. You have two different types of soles. You have the ones that are more delicate, and you also have a rubber sole, but I think they only come with a rubber sole in a beige kind of color. So I don't know what I want, but I'm going to hunt for a new pair of boots. So if you have any recommendations of comfortable boots that you can just slip on, please let me know in the comments. And number 3 on my list is also something that I have been looking for, and it is a coat. And the coat that I really want is a black coat that I can wear every day, but I have some specific things about it. It has to be with shoulder pads, so it has to be a little bit structured in the shoulders. I would like it to be either single or double-breasted, and I would like it to be also in a wool material. And my inspiration is a coat from Saint Laurent, but I don't think they have it in my size, so therefore I'm looking for a similar type because I really like the one from Saint Laurent. I think it is perfect and it is a masterpiece. The closest that I have found is from the Frankie shop, and it is a brand that I really like, but unfortunately it is sold out. And now we are starting to move over to bags again. And as you might know, I'm generally a bag addict. I really like handbags and it is my greatest passion. Number 2 on my wish list is a Chanel flap bag with top handle. It is a bag that I have talked about so many times before on my channel, and when Chanel opened here in Norway, I got to try it on for the first time, and after that I felt that this was a bag that I really want, because it is very similar to the Mini Kelly, and I like small bags because I don't carry a lot with me when I'm going out, so I think it will be a very perfect bag for me. Unfortunately, when I decided to buy it, they were out of stock here in Oslo, so now I'm kind of waiting for it to come in stock, and then I think I'm going to pull the trigger on it. The color that I would like it in is black with gold hardware. I would also say yes to it in, for example, a beige kind of white color. I would be open for that, but now we have come to number 1 on my wish list, and as last year it is the same thing because I haven't had the luck yet. And number 1 on my wish list is a Mini Kelly from Hermes, and it is the bag that I want the most, and it is the thing that I want the most of everything. If I'm thinking about one thing that I want the most, it is a Mini Kelly. I know that many people don't like this bag because of the popularity, but there are several other reasons why I like it. Mainly because I like small bags, but I also want a evening bag that I can wear, for example, when I'm going out in Paris. When I was living there, I only had my Kelly 28, and I feel that the 28 size is too big for going out because you have to put it away. You cannot have it on the table, and sometimes they will not have an extra chair for the bag, so sometimes it has to either be placed on the floor or on the back of my chair, but I don't feel comfortable doing that. And sometimes the waitresses kicked the bag, so it is something that I want to avoid. And with a Mini Kelly and an evening bag, I feel that I can avoid it, because then you can have it, for example, on the table, and if it is not space for it on the table, you can have it on your lap or on the side of the chair or in the back. And for the Mini Kelly, I think I would like to get it in Epsom. And for the color, I'm pretty much open to every single color, but I think I would prefer greens and maybe yellow. Preferably, I think I would like to get it in gold, because I like gold better than palladium, but I'm very open to everything. I think that's my list for 2024. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what are on your wish list this year. I'm very excited as usual to see that. And thank you so much for watching my video, and if you're not done watching yet, here is another video, and goodbye.